Well, everybody loves Zero, including us, on the Carbuncle Chronicle. Hello, adventurers, and welcome back once more to the Carbuncle Chronicle, your podcast for everything awesome in Final Fantasy XIV. Well, I'm Basil, and I play a Lalafell, mostly a summoner, named 4K Rydiske on Leviathan.
I'm Anna. I play a Lalafell, mostly dancer on Leviathan named Cormia Rydiske.
I'm Umi. I play a fabulous bun boy who's currently rockin' being blonde on Leviathan, named Umie Dalalun. I don't even know what class I would say I mostly am at this point. I've got all 90s and I'm lost.
I still think of you as a white mage first and foremost.
Yeah, probably.
And that's why my search comment is Identity Crisis.
Because in my major raid group, I am cast as a Reaper, and so there's a lot of reason to say I main a Reaper, but if I think about what I'm most comfortable playing and just pulling it up, I would have to go White Mage. But
that's not all just the three of us. No, we accidentally grabbed at literally the last possible second as we were recording the bonus episode. I went and bugged our guest, Andrew, from the Third Impact Anime Podcast. Andrew, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I am on the Third Impact Anime Podcast sometimes, and I play a Lalafell called Macaulio Cacolio, who just left his blonde phase for Halloween because I was Gordon Ramsay. It was great. And I main... What do I main? Probably for the last 3 expansions, it's been Ninja. So yes, I am... Well, I do hate myself, so I play Ninja. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I main Culinarian. I make pies.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And I play on the Crystal Data Center on a little place called Marlborough, where I have a house, which means I'll never leave.
Yeah. But thank you for data center travel, because now we can play together.
Oh, it's been great. That's okay. Best part about Endwalker and everything surrounding it has been data center travel, because I've been able to come over here and bug you Leviathan people and, force you to, go to clubs and things. And that's like the only thing that we do on Crystal. So like, it's just, Catgirl, Starbucks, and clubbing. That's pretty much it.
Oh, I really have enjoyed data center travel. I have all these friends spread out across all these different data centers, and I could never play with everybody before, but now I can, and it's really nice.
Well, even your current static, isn't it like half composed of some of our friends who just happen to live on a different data center?
Yeah, they were all went over to Fairy. Even though we told them when they bought the game that we're all on Leviathan, we're all on Primal, they were like, oh, but Crystal has a lower ping and Fairy is more open, so we'll all go there. And so, yeah, they've been stuck on Fairy forever. So now we can all play together. Both the Primal people who are all on the East Coast and the Crystal people who are all on the West Coast.
So, yeah, data center, it is. Center travel is good stuff. Other good stuff, we just very recently, as of recording this, they have had a recent live letter telling us that upcoming patch 6.3, it's going to be called God's Revel, Lands Tremble. And we are getting it in early January, which I believe, Anna, you mentioned you're pretty sure that probably means January 10th.
Yeah, like Yoshi P even said January 3rd is too early, and I think January 3rd is exactly 19 weeks, which is the usual, so we're expecting the 10th to be when 6.3 actually comes out.
So, well, we're not guaranteeing it's going to be the 10th, but that's where our gil is being placed, or our MGP, to see if we can't, get enough to get a Finra mount or something. So is there anything particularly exciting that you're all looking for that's coming on patch 6.3?
Loporits.
Yes, the Loporits are exciting.
Loporits. Are they adding more housing districts in
Yes.
6.3?
I don't know. I believe 6.3 is when they're planning for more wards.
Okay. That's going to be really nice. I did bid on a medium plot probably like last week or something, and I think this one was actually not as popular. It only made it to 170 participants. So I don't know. I think the housing system in this game is cool and unique, I'll say. I love the idea of having actual neighbors, but right now it's more fair but less possible to buy a house, especially if you're on a old server, or a server that has been sold out of properties for forever, which is all of them at this point. So that's something that is kind of, it's not exactly it is in-game content, we'll call it that, because people like that stuff, and it's a pretty neat, flexible system that you can get. More people should be allowed to buy houses. Your game's housing market shouldn't be like the actual housing market.
Yeah, so specifically 6 wards and 6 subdivisions, which means 1,800 new plots per world. They will be sold via lottery, and they will be, at a later date, will have the actual FC versus private plot distribution. But yeah, so we are going to get, in some form or fashion, at some point during the 6.3 patch cycle, we will get that. I'm pretty sure that is where the lands tremble portion of the God's Revel lands tremble. Maybe it's the folks that actually land the houses, they'll be the ones reveling, whereas everyone else will be trembling. I don't know. Also, I guess I should also point out at this point that this is a very much a spoiler-heavy episode of the Carbuncle Chronicle. Sometimes we like to do older stuff. This time we are definitely talking about newer stuff. So if you are not current, I'm sorry, Tobias, you'll have to get back to this one later.
He's getting
closer. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here, Tobias.
Hey, he is making progress though. He's in the thick of things over in Shadowbringers.
He does know La-hee now.
Oh. So he knows. Oh, I accidentally scared one of my friends away from Final Fantasy XIV because I was right in the middle of all the Great Serpent of Ranka stuff. And I was very excited about the Great Serpent of Ranka stuff. And so I told what the current game was like in the context of the Great Serpent of Ranka.
I love it.
And it frightened him away from the game a little bit, thinking that I was serious. Later, somebody else convinced him to play it. He suddenly realized that I was describing a crappy side quest.
What? The Great Serpent of Ranka is not a crap. It is a great.
It is the best side quest.
Yeah, let's be honest. We all understand the gravity and just the absolute weight that the Great Serpent of Ranka holds.
I mean, I crocheted a giant Serpent of Ranka for the FanFest art contest.
Well, that is why I described the entire game to him in context of the Serpent of Ranka, is because I know how important the serpent really is. But
some people will never understand.
He didn't understand. He just didn't get it.
I am also very much, I'm glad that the Miss the Realm Alliance series is continuing really terrible to pronounce names, as this one's going to be Euphrosyne scene.
Apparently, if you Google Aglaya, the mythology behind it, people knew what the other names were going to be pretty early on. But I have not done that. I don't know the actual whatever mythologies behind it outside of 14.
I think even Yoshida was like, oh, these names are so hard to pronounce while he was doing the live letter, which I appreciated. I also am looking forward to getting a new deep dungeon that's called Eureka Orthros, not Orthros, which is what Mr. Happy was saying on his live stream about he was calling it Orthros and it's Orthos. But I think he is right. I absolutely do believe that this is actually going to be the Eureka that exists underneath Crystal Tower, which is a different Eureka than the Islands of Val, which we did for Stormblood for relic content. Because in Final Fantasy III, you've got the Crystal Tower, and then you get Labyrinth of Ancients, which was right in front of it. But underneath the labyrinth was this place called Eureka, the Forbidden Land, which is where you got all the high-end weapons in Final Fantasy III to then tackle the Crystal Tower with. So it would make sense, since the Crystal Tower that we have in 14 is very much inspired by Final Fantasy III, including having a Labyrinth of Ancients, and even the general look of the thing. It makes a lot of sense that we'd have some form of the Forbidden Land Eureka underneath the Crystal Tower and the Labyrinth of Ancients. So I could see that being like a deep dungeon going further down into Eureka that way.
We could just keep mining the Crystal Tower for content, just endlessly. Just endlessly mine the Crystal Tower.
Just go back to the well. Come on. We're running out of ideas.
It's a good well.
It is, yeah. I like it. It's cool.
I mean, I remember playing Endwalker and going like, wait, this is also... Really? No wonder you're requiring Crystal Tower as a thing. Really? Okay.
Man.
Just name drop Amon just out of nowhere, literally just from it didn't even feel like left field. It felt like there was another field to the left of left field, and the left of that field is where they pulled that from.
Well, it's below left field. It's below the left field, in the left of the left, underground, Eureka again. I mean, it's like, somebody's going to ask me, it's like, hey, you want to run Eureka? I'm going to be like, which one? There's 7 Eurekas now. Like, what, are we doing Deep Dungeon content? Are we doing Stormblood content?
Although it does make running Crystal Tower now, or Circus Tower especially nowadays, fun, because when you get to that fight, you're like, there's this fucker.
Excuse me, it's called Syracuse Tower.
Oh.
But yeah,
and of course,
6.3 is going to be fun.
I am, of course, looking forward to somehow further Hildebrand adventures.
Yes.
Which also will allow me to upgrade all my Manderville weapons that I've been doing from the most recent patch of the 6.2 series, which, is our main topic for this episode. Transition.
Nice segue.
That's it, segue. That's the word. It's one of those words. I don't know. Anyways, Anna's going to play some music here. And we're back talking about the latest patches. As I mentioned before, very, very, very spoiler-filled episodes. Although we won't talk about Hildebrand too much because someone hasn't done it yet.
I don't play this game. I main Culinarian, alright? And I can't do No, I can't do Hildebrand stuff as Culinarian. I'm catching up on it.
It's so good.
I know, it's great. And I'm in the GG questline right now, but I blazed through MSQ, and some stuff has just, so many stuff has fallen by the wayside with cracks. But I'm really, really enjoying going back through it right? And I've stayed away from Hildy spoilers throughout, and it's been just, great. I love a gazebo to call our own.
Yeah.
So funny. I love this concept so much.
Oh, Hildebrand is a great time. If you questioned that the writing in this game was fantastic, you need only go to the Hildebrand quest line to see what is really good.
No, it is good stuff, and I really do greatly enjoy that the first step of the new Relic quest, which does involve more Godbert than Hildy, but Godbert still brings it. It still brings the Manderville touch to the Relic side quest, and it's only 1,500 Tombs of Astronomy. So it's a great way to get like a 615 weapon. I believe folks even think it's a little bit better than the current Barbaran weapon. So it's a great way to get your weapon upgrade for your character without having to bang your head against Savage just yet. I'm up to my third or fourth, again, because it's just astronomy. And it's not, it's not causality. It's not the current main one you're using to upgrade your equipment. It is the other one that we were using a lot of in the previous 6.1 patch cycle. So what else were you going to do? Buy materials to sell on the market board? Come on, get some relic weapons.
Yeah, I'm using it to get all my 90s, the first relic weapon. I hope there's an achievement for that. I don't think that there will be.
No, I don't think there is one. But yeah, I need to work on that. I need to run stuff and actually get some astronomy.
But so don't worry, Andrew. When you get there, it's gonna be nice.
I will probably keep going through Hildy in the coming days. I have been running a little bit of Eureka, Stormblood Eureka, not left field, buried under left field Eureka, and getting some of those cool sparkly weapons because I'm all about looks at this point, and it's just like
glamour is the true end game.
If I can't look cool, then why am I playing the game? That's why like being Lalafell is it's like shoes are so small, they're so tiny, right? And
yeah, but a lot of things look so good on the Lalafell model.
Yeah, I know. Pear shaped is good for clothes.
I know Umi has been stunting in the Fat Cat hoodie.
Yeah. Which is also,
I believe, was one of the reasons to go blonde, to really match that hoodie real well.
Yes.
And
yes,
you are, and good job. You did it. It looks real good on him. But before then, I know that Umio is decked out in the various gear you get from Island Sanctuary.
Yes. Island Sanctuary is great. I say that even though I haven't touched Island Sanctuary in probably a couple of weeks, because I was real hyper-focused when it came out on maximizing what my crew what they built and sold, and fiddling with that market just so the way I used to fiddle with the actual market. Only this time I'm not screwing anybody over by fiddling with the market like that.
Yeah, I've been working on it. I actually worked on some today. I'm almost rank 9. I've been going very slow at it. It's definitely not my favorite piece of content, but I like it. I mean, I am going to keep doing it so I can get all the mounts and minions and things, and I can see how people really do thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, I probably got mine to rank 10 in week 2 or 3 of it being out, and it was just a really nice chill thing to do in game, and I've not messed with animal collecting yet, really. I mean, I've captured some, but I haven't messed around with getting all the shinies, I guess is what I guess I'll call it.
Yeah.
Doing the farm stuff and getting all the different buildings up, and having the layout sort of make sense in the game, I think was kind of cool for me. And of course the motorcycle. That thing's nice, and then the other mounts are really, really good. And, it's just been a kind of a neat way it's another daily thing to check up on, for me, which, if there's more incentive for me to log in daily, and, even if I don't have, like, a ton of time, because I can know based on, like, my export cycle in my factories, it's just like, oh, I'm going to be gone on these days, right? So I make sure that I plan out my exports ahead of time a little bit, and then you look at the supply and demand cycles like Umi was talking about, and sort of trying to jip the system and guess what guess what cycle is going to come up when. It's just like, oh, I've not made a lot of this in the wild. It's like your stock is insufficient. It's kind of cool. There's a little bit of thinking that you have to do with it if you want to, maximize it, but yeah, just a nice, easy place.
I really like the short shorts.
Oh, yes.
I beelined for the short shorts right away, and they became like the new pants that I had on all of my outfits. They were so cute.
And, okay, I love the Southern Seas shirt. I love it. The Hawaiian shirt, It's a great shirt. Everybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It has a belt attached to it.
Yeah.
The belt is a part of the shirt. Tetsuya Nomura, I'm talking to you. Why did you put a belt on that shirt?
Yeah, a Hawaiian shirt really...
pants.
Like, a Hawaiian shirt should not have a belt attached to the shirt.
Oh.
The Hawaiian shirt of all shirts should be like the one that's going to be hanging loose on you.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, unfortunately, the Hawaiian shirt, unless you're wearing the pants that go with the same outfit, it doesn't look right.
There are very few pants that it, like, actually works with. I think casual half slops, and then like the spring bottoms or something like that, but like everything else has a belt on it, and you're wearing double belts, and you just look like you're in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
that is part of the problem I do have with the character model of the Bun Boy, is that the torso is just so long. Like, I know that it was built like to kind of show off those abs, but at the same time, like, not a lot of the costume wear, not a lot of the glamour is actually built for that in game. Like, it's built for more Makode style proportions. And so a lot of it looks weird when you try to, like, show it off, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Although, to bring it back to the whole setting up your workshop and this and that, I also want to let folks know that if you do not want to try and min-max and guess the things and what's in demand and blah, 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 you don't gotta.
No,
Lord knows I don't. What I did was I figured out what I got stockpiles of, and I figured out an order so I won't, like, I can use the granary to get most of my materials back and back and back again. So that way I could set the exact same schedule every day forever. So I don't gotta worry about it anymore. I also had to get a whole bunch of goblins for my farm side of things for animals to make sure I have enough fangs. So just because I have 6 goblins and then everything else, but I can now just, for every day, I can just right click on it and go like set schedule or set preset, and I've got my presets already figured out. All it takes is some clicks and I'm done for the week. I just get my crowries as they come. Sometimes there's a bunch, sometimes there's not so much. Whatever, it don't matter. Because I already got everything I want, and now it's just banking it up for the patch 6.3.
Yep, and that's just, you don't have to, it's very, very, very relaxed content. Like, you don't have to put virtually any more brain power in it than you want to. And I think that's it's something that's neat to have in this game, especially because it scratches a different itch for a lot of people. And it's chill content. It's chill Animal Crossing content, which is great with me.
I have found it very pleasant on days when I've been sick. Because I've unfortunately gotten sick several times since this, like, expansion has come out. Well, not expansion, since this, like, little, like, patch stuff has come out. So, like, I'm sitting there with the fever brain, not really up to doing anything, but going over to Island Sanctuary and just kind of, like, passively gathering some stuff, petting my animals, you know, that's all really relaxing. It's all really nice.
Something else that's been really nice was my Final Fantasy IV heart and the Fell Court of Troya, and all this just great Final Fantasy IV callbacks we're getting in the current main scenario quests.
Yeah, I enjoyed, because you were playing it in 4 on stream during and after all this patch, and so, like, playing the patch and then watching you play 4 was a lot of fun, just getting to see what was referenced and how they had used things. Because I didn't know anything about 4 going into the patch.
And the themes they redid and stuff was just so good. Like the Troya theme it's clearly the theme, but they took such a neat, like, tack to it. It just sounds so good. And when they actually did, like, the Fiend's theme, like, or the battle theme when we fight Scarmilione, it sounds like they took an orchestra and also the primals and threw them together and then they just jammed out.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, like, what we get to see the Void in World of Darkness, but, like, this just seemed like Felcourt is just, like, when the doors open up and you see the big castle. I remember playing through that the first time. I was just like, yep, this game's pretty sick. It's just, I mean, they just continue to provide, great set pieces for content, and, like, I really, really enjoyed. I have enjoyed running
this is something I think
running it again.
This is something I think Basil and I were talking about the other day, where we really do like what they did with this latest dungeon. It's really a great use of assets to, once we run the dungeon, then we have a lot of story beats that happen inside the dungeon, so we're forced to go back and look at it, and we can see all the detail work that went into it way better than we could for previous dungeons where we've just kind of been running through it. As gaming culture has leaned more and more towards, like, just running through it as fast as you can, you don't really see as much of the details in everything else, but you expect them to be there. So I thought this was great use of that.
Yeah, I mean, they gave us a new zone without actually giving us a new zone. Exactly.
And so I kind of look forward to them doing that again with future updates, like letting us actually spend a little bit more time in the dungeon that we just ran through. But at the same time, I do kind of miss the days of Heavensward where they would give us 3 new dungeons every major patch. Like 3 new dungeons every major patch may have been a little bit excessive, and it may have tired the development team out, which I totally understand is why they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I really loved getting all that new content.
Yeah, and, like, this, for 6.3, I can see, we're getting a 24-man dungeon. We're getting a deep dungeon. We're getting the one new dungeon. Like, I can see why they're not doing more than one, considering we're getting other variations, which, speaking of variations, with Variant and Criterion, like, I like the different, because I'm not a huge dungeon person. I am not someone that just will run dungeons all day long. So I enjoy the different types, I guess, of dungeons we get. But I can totally see, like, yeah, when you have 2 dungeons in a room, expert roulette, you want more to have some to pick from.
Oh, speaking of variant dungeons, I love what they did with the variant dungeon. I feel like all dungeons up until now should have been done like this. Like, this is fantastic.
It's fun. I really enjoyed it. And I'm actually going to be trying out Criterion later tonight, which I'm excited to try it. Because I've seen people in that, and I've seen how hard it can be, and it looks like so much fun.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've messed around with the variants a fair amount, and it was kind of one of those things that if it's left up to my devices, I'm going to solo stuff if I have a choice to. And, like, so all I've done of the variant or Criterion? I don't know. I get confused. The Criterion's the harder one, right?
Variant is the one with the 12 different paths. Criterion is the harder one, and then Savage is you have 27 minutes to do the whole thing in one go.
Okay. So the variant dungeons, I really enjoyed just kind of soloing them as tank and just kind of, feeling that out process, because it's challenging solo content. But it's also, like, rewarding, and you have to run it so many times in order to get all the endings. It's like a Stanley Parable of Final Fantasy XIV. And going anywhere with the Sultana is quite fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I even liked doing the variant dungeon just, like, with random people. And I actually really liked, like, the element of it where we all kind of sit there and we talk about, okay, well, I need to do this part and this part and this part. And other people compare, like, I need to do this part and this part. And we kind of mesh together to see what parts of the dungeon do we actually need to do and what do we need to just leave in the wayside, which is an element that Final Fantasy hasn't included in any of their dungeons up until now. And so that's part of why I'm so excited about the variant dungeons. Is I like that part of it. That
even the concept,
there's so much to explore.
Like, and the concept of, like, if you do this one thing, the boss you'll have to have this mechanic. But if you don't do this thing, they're going to have this mechanic. And it might be just like 1 or 2 mechanics for the fight, but it, again, just adds just something a little bit different potentially to every run of it you do. And it really gives it a little more freshness to it. A little more, like, it can do what you can do it more often. You can repeat it more often. It doesn't feel so rote. Like, I do hear, people do wish that the rewards were better, and I get that, but I think of things that are just neat to play through, it's just such a good and already a well-implemented version of it.
What are they talking about? The rewards are great.
For the Criterion, especially Savage, they're not that great. But yeah, for Variant alone, I feel like they were really good.
That Noir set is great.
I still don't have enough. I don't have enough pot shards for that yet. For all of it. Okay. Up until sort of like the last few, we're going back to fashion. Like, all of, like, the quote unquote, like, real world clothes were super duper expensive and super, like, not accessible if you're, like, entry level in the game, right?
If you main a culinarian.
If you main a culinarian. But and it's just train of thought. There it goes. But yeah, I mean, because I remember when I first started playing the game, and I was trying to, like, get into glamour on, like, the ground floor, and I've only got dust in my pocket, right? And I'd go to the market board. I'm just like, hey, that cool baseball cap's kind of neat. How much is that?
Oh, I remember when that baseball cap was introduced into the game.
Man, yeah. So it's nice to have like a way. It's like, hey, if you don't have a ton of dollars, then you can run this dungeon a bunch of times and get like the coolest suit in the game. You know, I think that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think treasure maps are really the way to get more glamour items.
Oh yeah.
Like,
kind of, but you still need a crafter to be able to make the glamour out of them.
He has a crafter.
Yeah, well, what I mean is, like, I guess
he has you. He knows you. He can just shout at you.
Okay, fair enough.
How do you think I got my suit jacket? I gave you the leather, and you made it.
I mean, fair enough.
So,
and then I saw it on you, and then was like, Anna, I also want the jacket.
And I went, fine, let me take it off the market board for 1,000,000 gil and make it.
And this is why Anna has no money, and why I occasionally just like have to give her 1,000,000 gil.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you talk like there. I mean, my times like, hey, yeah, give me 2,000,000 gil. Okay.
That is true. That has also happened.
If you want clothes, make crafter friends and run maps. That's all.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, that's the best advice. I wish that worked in the real world.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice.
Like,
geocaching just does not bring in anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like we tried really hard to make that bring in something, and it just doesn't.
Like, geocaching is a good time. Like, I really found a good geocache, but yeah, you get a little piece of paper to write down your name and say, hey, I was here. And that's it? Come on. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me armor with cool glowy effects, like you do in the new raid dungeon, Pandemonium Abyssos.
I love the gear. I love it. I know a lot of people are like, I don't like the ring behind me. I'm like, I love it. That's one of the first things I wanted was my tank piece with a giant red ring behind it.
I thought that's what everybody liked about it. Like, I thought that's why people went out and specifically got the tank or the maiming.
Yeah, maiming. Some people don't. Like, I have a dragoon in my static that doesn't really like it.
I guess it's like the people who think that Zero is too emo, like we don't really associate with them.
I got a really weird, like, when I got my tank outfit, and I started running with the wheel of fire behind me, I had some sort of weird visual disconnect.
Huh.
And I don't know exactly what went on in my brain, but it did not like it. I like seeing other people in it. I think that looks cool, but I cannot run around in it, although I do absolutely adore the caster outfit with the fire coming out of the shoulders.
That, honestly, is the coolest piece that I've seen from that set. Because I think the circle is cool. I find it somewhat distracting. It's almost like, you know, if you have a spotlight shown on you and you can't see anything behind the light, you know, it's kind of like that, because it's just like all my focus is on red circle, and then I can't see, oh, that's Basil right there with the red circle on his back. You know, it's like I can't see anything that's going on behind it. Right? It is a little bit of a, hey, look at me, I've got a circle on my back thing. Which, if people are into it, yeah, I think it's cool. I think the flaming shoulders, personally, are a little bit cooler than that. Because who doesn't want big flaming shoulders, am I right? That's really cool.
I felt like the whole set was a little too wowish.
I know a lot of people thought it was very wow.
I thought it was just a little bit too wow, and I didn't like it because of that. But if it's your truth, you rock on with it.
I agree that it feels a little wowish, but I kind of appreciate it because it's also not exactly an aesthetic that you get a whole lot of in this game. And I do kind of wonder if this was sort of a bone they were throwing to all the WoW refugees who kind of came in like right before Endwalker hit.
Well, Well,
Yeah, it does seem to kind of be, in general, a shortage of, like, shiny armor, or, like, armor with effects on it. A lot of, like, weapon effects, but not a lot of, like, super flashy WoW armor.
And the times that they've given us effects on armor, it all looks really dumb. Like, it'll be like the same, like, like, weird, like, glowy pattern for all of them, and it doesn't actually fit. It's just like, all right, we got you this shirt. Now this shirt has a glowy thing on it that doesn't incorporate with the shirt at all, but the shirt does in fact have this glowy thing on it. Isn't that cool? And the answer was no, it's not cool. What I really do kind of wish, though, is that whenever I saw the pictures of the tanks and maiming and stuff, I thought like the tendrils of fire and light was coming like out of the armor. It wasn't just like a free floating circle behind them. And I think if they had like cool like little tendrils that came out, maybe like waved like kind of like a cape does, I think that would look really cool out of the armor. They should make another shooter armor that does that.
Huh. Well.
Aside from the armor, the fights themselves are great. The music, especially in 6 and 7, is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking earlier about Scaramouche's music, but the best music that came out this time around was in Pandemonium Abyssos.
Scream is one of my favorite songs in this game.
Like, that music was just so good, and nobody was expecting it. Like, nobody was expecting to have, like, just an absolute banger, but...
Yeah.
But there it is. Let's see. I am looking forward, though, in the next patch, I want to find out what's going on with Garaha and
I don't think we're gonna
12.
I mean, yeah.
Are we not going to see Garaha and the 12 in the next patch? Because I thought that was...
Yeah, we'll see him. We'll see him with the 12. Yeah, no, probably not in the main scenario because we're going to go to Garlemald and see the twins.
Right.
I will say one thing that probably was my favorite in 6.2 wasn't even in 6.2 proper, but 6.25, and that's the Omicrons, the tribe quest. I absolutely adore the storyline, and I will finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last day with it, and I'll finally finish the story, but I love the dialogue. The Mal is one of my favorites. Like, this tribe quest was probably my favorite of all the tribe quests we've had in the game.
Yeah, Medion. Did you ever think about good soup? Did you? Did you ever think about maybe, just maybe, instead of like going out in the world, be like, everything sucks, everyone should die, so I'm going to make sure everyone dies and I'll hold their souls so they can't be reborn, so everything's dead. Have you tried good soup? Because Jamming Way and an Omnicron guy, they tried to give these folks some damn good soup, and they were like, this is some good soup. Life sucks, but you know what doesn't suck? This soup.
It's a very elaborate answer to, like, any question. It's just like, hey, life sucks, right? I'm here to make it better for you. Here is some good soup and carrots. And they're my favorite, carrots. So they should be yours, too. You know, that's why I cannot wait for elaborate tribal quest, because, oh my goodness, at the ridiculous nonsense that is going to go on with whatever the Loperates are doing. I can't wait for that.
If I do not get Loperate armor pieces as glamour options, I will riot.
I think as soon as I saw a Loperate, I was like, when can I Fantasia to that?
Yeah, you see, I am a bun boy now, but I will admit, I was a little bit disappointed at how tall the bun boys are. I was wanting something a little bit more in line with the Loperate. You know, just a little bit bigger than a Lalafell, but with bunny ears. That's what I wanted.
If we get a Loperate head glam, then we can have that.
Well, Well, what we really just need is just like the outfit, the Loporrit outfit.
Yeah.
And then we already have bunny ears in the game that you can get from the gold saucer.
Yeah. It's true.
So you could make if as long as we get like the outfit that the Loporrits wear, you could make a Lalafell be a Loporrit.
Do it.
Pretty easily already.
Yes. This is good.
I like that we agree that this is what we really wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've never questioned. I still have the same Fantasia that I had when I beat a Realm Reborn, and I've never questioned ever using it until I saw a Loporrit in Endwalker, and then it was almost like 100%. I want to be that.
That is the true shape of my soul right there.
You know, the current tribe quests with the Omnicrons and jamming away and getting all the Denzians of the dead ends and things in Ultima Thule, and them all finding new things to actually look forward to. You know, even the dragons who are like, everything's dead, the world's dead. Yeah, but you never think about that world? Yeah, the world was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. And man, this soup. I'm a dragon. This soup's pretty good.
Wasn't it soup for the dragons? I thought it was like a pastry, like a dessert, like a flan or something.
Yeah,
it was
a dessert type thing,
like a chocolate flan.
The
but
soup
it kind
was
of
the Grubelofs.
Well, yes, but whatever, good soup, and it was a pastry that looked like the Dragon Star.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it was some chocolate with some green stuff drizzled on it, and they were like, "Yeah, that does kind of look like my home planet." Man, that place was great. Yeah.
Let me go to Elysia and show you how great it was.
Yeah. I am kind of sad, and maybe we'll find out at the very end. But the folks that were the last, the folks of Ra or whatever, like the last part of the Dead Ends, they were still like, meh, everything's consigned to oblivion anyways. We're snooty, meh. Yes, it's good soup, but is it good soup until oblivion? Meh.
Well, obviously, we're going to get, like, I haven't gotten that part of the quest yet, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're going to get them good soup. We're going to get them soup that defeats nihilism.
God, nihilism defeating soup. That is so Final Fantasy.
I don't know if you guys have. I know Basil and Anna haven't, but I don't know if you have ever been to the Final Fantasy Cafe, the Eorzea Cafe in Akihabara.
No, I have not. I want to go.
But
when we go.
I have been, and I can tell you that they do in fact have that good of soup. They do in fact have nihilism defeating soup.
I can't wait. I want us to go so bad when we get to go to Japan.
And hopefully they'll have jellyfish mounts then too. But yes, jellyfish mount is awesome.
It's a great mount. It's a really, really cool mount. I think like that, man. Any mount that like makes my character smaller,
right?
I'm down with, because number one, already small. Number two, want to be smaller. You know?
Yes.
What is okay? Tell me what is funnier than a Lalafell shrinking?
Yeah,
I can't think of it. They're already so tiny.
I did forget that one of the things they added in this patch was they expanded the duty support for Heaven's Ward, and they ended up changing a very traumatizing cutscene in Heaven's Ward right after the vault.
What?
Yeah, if you haven't gone back and done like as New Game Plus or something, or at least watched it on YouTube, you have the trust for the vault, and I believe I'm not 100% certain. I'd have to look at but I don't remember who all's with you, but, you go into the vault with, like, Horschiffant, and at the end of the vault, that cutscene, Horschiffant dies. So,
Yes.
One of the things that we had said beforehand is we hate seeing these characters die, especially if you main a healer. Why can't we heal them? Well, the new cutscene puts in a character that wasn't with you before. Alphino is now with you in that cutscene as a healer, and he tries to heal Horschiffant and can't.
Why not?
I don't know why. Like, I think they do say, like, it's, like, too far, like, too mortally wounded or too something. But,
like, that almost feels even more cheap than not letting us do it.
I don't feel like I said, I'd have to go back and, because I watched it back the first day it came out. I'd have to go back and watch it again to see exactly what it said. But yeah, so they actually have Alphino in the cutscene now, trying to heal him, and it don't work. And it's just like, ugh.
Oh man, that's like, okay. On the one hand, I like get it. But like making it Alphino in that cutscene, I think would make the moment more poignant for a first time player, right?
Yeah, he is in the duty support for you.
Yeah, and so like I don't know if our lens is going to be a little bit different because we're watching it back the second time. We've already played through that content, right? I would like to get somebody's. I want to get a freshie's opinion on that. Hey, whenever Bill gets there, we'll ask Bill what he thinks about the cutscene, and then we won't tell him that it changed, and then we'll show him the old one. I think this is going to be this social experiment. We're doing it, okay?
Yes.
So whenever Bill gets there in Heaven's Ward, and he cries about that, we're going to be like, hey, Bill, guess what? That cutscene changed. And we'll ask him which one he prefers.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good plan. I also want to get everybody's opinion on, like, were we dating Horschiffant? Like, I feel like we were, but I'm not sure that, like, I consented to being in that relationship, but I was definitely in it.
I mean, it just depends on your character. I would say no for mine, but it just I don't know. It just depends. I know a lot of people that say yes.
Like retroactively, I think I agree that like no, he was clearly my boyfriend, but I wonder if anybody else got that perception.
I felt more like he was like, I am available. I'm here. I'm right here. You just say the word.
I mean, yeah.
I remember the vulgarities I said at that point. After a certain point in A Realm Reborn content, when Horschiffant was like just all over us, just like, "Oh, hero, you've done so well." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh my gosh, why does he want to? Why does he want to get on his knees in front of us so badly? And then it just continued into Heaven's Word. Like, that entire sentiment just continued.
But yeah, no, this patch was good. This was very good. I'm very excited for 6.3 to continue the main story. And especially Aglaya. I'm really excited with Aglaya.
I wonder what new foods that Zero can eat by just holding on to it and absorbing its aether contained within.
As a culinarian main, the only thing that I wanted to do was have a cutscene, if you were a culinarian, a hidden cutscene, if you're max level as a culinarian, where you cook for Zero.
Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
Amazing.
Hey, that could still happen. So
incredible. I really hope so, because that would just kind of be a dumb thing. Like, you don't get anything for it. Maybe you get 420 gil or 69 gil or something like that. But I wouldn't care. Where you just have a nice little hidden deal where you're just like, hey, Zero, you like food now? It just so happens that I've got this chef's hat over here, and I can cook. I think that'd be so neat.
That would be so neat.
Incorporate some of the MSQ stuff in with the Disciple of the Hand and Land stuff, because
that would be
going on a botany trip with like Urianger or something like that would just kind of be ridiculous and fun, and I think like I think that would be kind of neat.
I really like that idea, especially since it feels like so much of the shadow of this current expansion. What is this current expansion called?
Endwalker.
Yeah, so much of this Endwalker expansion is centered around, hey, food is really good, that we really should have some crossover with the culinary and with the botanists.
Yeah.
I think, like, in general, the theme of sort of Endwalker and post-Endwalker content is, come back to Earth, or come back to Hydaelyn, or come back to, Eorzea, right? You've been to space, you've been to the moon, you've been to all these places and conquered everything that there is to conquer, right? Now it's time to come, because like even this was alluded to in some of the final cutscenes. I'm not going to get super spoilery here, but there is a character that like refers to places of the world where you've not been, and I think that sort of set the stage for what post Endwalker content is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Since sort of the Hydaelyn Zodiac arc is over, I think absolutely open up the floodgates for just kind of normal, everyday sort of actions involving the main cast of characters, right? It's like when you go to lunch with the entire, we go to lunch with Y'shtola, Urianger, and Thancred. I don't remember what patch that was in, but no, I don't think that was patch content. But like, stuff like that, it's just, it humanizes everybody. It makes everything sort of a little bit more relatable. And that's just kind of the stuff that I'm into, right?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I think it's just kind of neat, relatable content.
All right. We should probably start thinking about wrapping this up. I did have one question for everybody, which is what's our odds or over under odds of Zero somehow becoming the final boss of our little void quest line we've been doing.
Oh no. I don't think she's gonna do that at all.
A lot of folks think, the character's name is Zero, and the main bad guy in 4 is Zeromus. Therefore, Zero should turn into Zeromus, and I don't know about that. That feels a little bit too obvious.
So. I'm still holding on that she is the 13th shard of Ahem, and so I don't think so.
The 14 has a track record of like not having clear-cut bad guys. Everybody seems to just kind of dance around in this weird gray space, like even if they're an antagonist, right? There's nobody that is just like a bad guy, right? I don't know if I think it would be interesting to like have there be some kind of I think fighting, that would be an interesting storytelling device if Zero was in fact like, the final boss, I guess, of the Portal of Darkness stuff. But I don't know. I would be very surprised, I would say.
Yeah, I agree that it would be interesting, but I'm just getting, at this point in the game, I'm getting no hints of it at all. Like, so I would be to the surprise to the point of feeling like it was bad storytelling at this point. But, stuff can happen. We could see how it develops from here, but I just don't think that that's where they're going to go with it.
I do think a potential, this is my personal crackpot theory, is that so they're in a lot of what they've done as far as 4 references in Endwalker and right before Endwalker has actually, they've been in a whole lot of like after years, Final Fantasy for the after years like references, Like, for example, all the lunar primals are all references. They exist in the Game Boy Advance version in the optional dungeon of Final Fantasy IV that was meant to lead as an introduction to get you to the after years. And one of the main plot points of the after years is that there's these little girls who are called the Maenads, and they are these young little girls who get sent off into the world to find life, to find other nations and other worlds, and whether or not they will encompass true evolution of the universe. And so many times the creator person who made all this found the world's wanting. And it doesn't sound all that dissimilar to sort of what Medion was doing. A bunch of little girls flying off to the ends of the universe in order to see what civilizations think about things. And at the very end, one of these, Maenads, she ends up becoming essentially Rydia's daughter. And we know that Zero does have a mom she thinks very highly of. And so now I'm really wondering if it's going to turn out that we find out who Zero's mom is, and it's Rydia.
That was
this is cool. Actually, once again, one just gigantic freaking after years reference, because they keep taking this really crappy sequel to Final Fantasy IV and changing it all for the better.
Yeah, and then fighting a corrupted state of her as one of the later bosses.
Yeah,
because that would check out, honestly.
Yeah, that would.
I wouldn't be surprised. They didn't tell us who the next trial is. I wouldn't be surprised if the next trial is the two fiends that we haven't fought that we're talking about, like Cagnazzo and Rubicante, I believe.
Yeah.
Because we've already fought Scarlet Milione. They wouldn't tell us about Barbaricia because they didn't want us to realize that she was first. And from the way that the main scenario ended, I feel like the next trial is going to be both of them. So that way, the last trial, it could be Azdaia, it could be Golbez, it could be, something completely different. I can see them doing that.
Basil, is Golbez a Final Fantasy IV character? I am a layman.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Golbez is he's very literally the Darth Vader before you had to fight the Emperor.
Okay.
Well, then let's wrap up. It's already been, I think, a really great conversation about patch 6.2. Thank you, everybody, for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Especially Andrew, who wasn't expecting to deal with this tonight.
No, it's been a nice conversation. I wrote an article probably a year and a half ago on the Third Impact Anime website where I talked about 14, and within that article, I was like, and whenever the Carbuncle Chronicle wants to have me on, I'm down for it. And hello, I'm here.
Making dreams happen.
Yeah.
That's right, calling your shot and it coming true, because we, just throwing it out there, we planned this literally just a few days ago, we need to get this going. Okay. Yes, we were all because last time we had it, we did record one and we were making plans. I was going to start booking guests and this and that. Next thing I know, all three of us all got COVID. Then Anna had gastric sleeve surgery, and recovery was way rougher than anyone anticipated. Us, her doctors, everyone. And so Anna was feeling terrible. I was taking care of Anna, who was feeling terrible. And only in the past week or two have we really been able to come up for air and be like, okay, we kind of feel normal now. Okay, now we had to hit the ground running and go. And so tonight was us going, and you just happened to be in a Discord we're both part of. So I was like,
Yeah, you gulped me. You offered me, nihilism defeating soup. I drank it, and we're here.
Man, I really hope that someone can get some good soup into Twitter, because normally it's when we do the plugs. And Lord knows if Twitter's even going to exist by the point this episode comes out. I mean, it probably will, but who knows? So, I don't really have that to plug right now, I don't think, and I'm really not sure what social networks are even going to be really a thing. So, I guess, I'm going to use the usual thing of just going to the AwesomeCast website, osmcst.com. We also do have our Patreon. We also do have our Discord, which you can join from the website. Their links are there. Also, I will pimp out, the Third Impact anime. They also do a good podcast. Sometimes Andrew's on it. He's also a member of their Discord, and it's also a cool Discord.
Yeah, that's probably the best place to reach me, definitely, is the Third Impact Discord.
So that's what I'm doing. Go to the AwesomeCast, go to Third Impact Animes, or go to the AwesomeCast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Of course, if you're using Apple Podcasts, please give us 5 stars, or on Spotify, if you use that, 5 stars. If it's Apple Podcast, give us a text review as well. Those things are super important, especially now, considering other forms of social media outreach doesn't quite, hit anymore. So those reviews are now becoming even more important. Anyways, thank you, Cormia/Anna. Thank you /Umi/Umie and Andrew /Miko Molios.
Yes.
Cool. All right, folks, we'll see you next time. And don't forget, when you see the bone dragon, you tank it up north.
Is that really true? Does everybody love her?
Oh yeah.
I had heard somewhat mixed reviews.
Really? I've not heard anyone that didn't like her.
I have heard tell of some people who think that she's too emo. I don't associate with these people generally. It's just something I overheard.
I have not heard this.
Well, we now also have a great stinger for this episode.
Yes.